I'm LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying? This is my man E-Love, this is Cut Creator, this is my man B-Rock with the Brown Mobile. And right now we're about to show you our funky fresh new video, I'm Bad.
Welcome back to our continuing series on LL Cool J locations here on In Search Of. Let's get started.
This album is double platinum.
2,500,000.
Wow.
You count, right?
This is great. You know, the first thing that got me interested in your stuff was your image. And it's one thing that I like about you and your work.
The first LL Cool J location that we found, and it's most prominently displayed on the cover of the Bigger and Deffer album, with a Glen Friedman photograph of LL Cool J standing on his Audi 5000.
When I go out on a photo session with people, when we work together, it's me and the artist. It's me and that artist, and that's it, and no one else. And we have a real heart-to-heart, and we figure out what we want to do here. It's not like I'm just going out and shooting pictures of some jackass celebrity, and they'll buy any photo that we take. I don't do that. This is heartfelt. This is what we really love, and we want to do something special right now. So that's what we're going to do.
This is really a really great example of the album covers that really got me thinking about locations. It's one thing to have the person's photo on the cover or their face, but when they're in a spot, when they're in a location, it really makes you want to go there or figure out where they're coming from. And so many of these artists that I love in hip hop were talking about their communities, talking about their neighborhoods, talking about very proudly about which neighborhood they came from, Hollis and St. Albans. I think this is from the first time Glen met LL Cool J, or shot him anyway. And it was at Madison Square Park in Manhattan. And this one obviously is in the stairway of the subway coming up to the street level. And there's his box, and it's just a great shot. This was, I think, the first time I actually asked Glen for any advice. I was in Manhattan, and we were connected on Instagram, and I said, hey, I'm in Manhattan, like, can you give me any tips or any like intel on these LL Cool J pictures? He's like, Madison Square Park. He goes, but you know, it's completely different than it was. And so this is a pretty good attempt at just kind of placing him in the space of Madison Square Park, even though it's different. This is one that I love. This is Chuck D, Flavor Flav, Ecstasy from Houdini, and LL Cool J. This is an old police station. It's on, I think, Center Street in Lower Manhattan. This photo, there was some kind of address or something in the original photograph. So it's Lafayette Street. It's right down the street from where Keith Haring's Pop Shop used to be. And it's just a parking lot. And this is the right wall and the right section of wall. And obviously it's been painted, but those girders are still there. And it's just a parking lot. But then I realized that Janette had been kind of walking with them and taking other pictures. And this was it. This was like the keystone for finding it. So unfortunately, the building on the right is gone. It's completely, it's brand new because it had some really cool brickwork and there was some really cool architectural elements that they're standing on. But the view in the background and the Edison Park Fast thing all matched up.
You know, LL just knew what to do. You could tell that he was a star from the moment he walked in. You know, he just jumped on the set. You know, boom, we got that picture.
Janette Beckman took these pictures. I really wish the corner building was still there. There in the parking lot where it says David Yurman, right here on that billboard, that's the parking lot where he was raising his fist. And so they walked across the street, and this corner with this brickwork here is no longer there, but everything else is.
I just want people to like the music, to like what I represent. You know what I'm saying?
He brought his neighborhood along with him. And sometimes that works out and sometimes it doesn't, but it seems to have worked out really well for LL Cool J. There we go, guys. That was part 2. Please keep an eye out for part 3 coming soon.